positive comment, let's go through it. A comment from Masako Nozawa. We hit 100 episodes in the blink of an eye. I was shocked when I heard about it. At this rate, we'll probably reach 200 episodes in another eye blink. Lately, I've been receiving messages at my house from fans almost daily. It makes me so happy. Even when I'm out walking, people often tell me I watch the show every week. Or, it's so interesting. My goal is for Dragon Ball Super to reach 700 episodes. 7 for the number of Dragon Ball Super. So all of you fans, please keep cheering me on. Translated by Harms. Basically, the essence of what she is saying could also be translated like, I love it so much I wish it goes on forever. I like the idea of 700 episodes for 7 Dragon Balls though. However, just to be clear, it's in no way any kind of confirmation that Super will have 700 episodes. She isn't even in power to set that. The reason I'm highlighting her comment about 700 episodes is, even though it doesn't mean it's gonna happen, I love her enthusiasm, and I loved how she was being such a fan, wanting the show to keep going on. I think we have something to take from it. Raise our expectations high. If the person who voices Goku can hope 700 episodes, being such a big fan, I can hope for 1000 episodes. Whether it's realistic or not, whether it's gonna happen or not, we, the Dragon Ball fans, should stop saying things like, is this the last arc? Is the next arc gonna be the last arc? Seriously, don't do that. Where's all the positive thinking? People kept saying things like there will only be 72 episodes, then they said 100 will be the last, and whatnot. But now we're past 100, still alive and kicking. For anyone who doubts it'll end soon, in this video I'll give you 5 reasons why DBS will not be ending anytime soon. Number 1. The plot. Dragon Ball Super in the latest and running arc introduced 9 new universes. Some of their warriors are yet to be seen, but the 80-man battle royale participated by 8 different universes is mostly filled with new characters. All this only highlights the vastness of the Dragon Ball universe to us the fans. If they were planning to end Super in this or in the next arc, they would not have designed so many characters. This is not how you wrap up. When you start to introduce 10 new universes to a show that ran forever in one universe, it should only mean that you're planning to run it for a long time. Not only that, the top 4 universes are yet to even show us what they are capable of. They're teasing the real deal right in front of us, which obviously means they will be shown in the future arcs. So, the plot only has expanding elements, and that indicates the show will keep going on and explore all these characters. Number 2. The manga. Primarily at one point when the manga was ahead of the anime, it was really a desired stuff among the fans. As the anime surpassed the manga, the eagerness for it has perhaps decreased. Yet it's selling really well in Japan and also getting a lot of international attention. For example, it's now the most popular manga even in France according to DBZ.com. Totoro is doing an amazing job with it, bringing a lot of variety, like making them go Super Saiyan God again in the manga. So the fans are still buying and following it. Number 3. Overall profit. When a show that's airing, there's no confirmation like 100 or 200 episodes. Never. Yeah, people related with it might have an expectation, target, or vision, but it's not confirmed like that. How long a show will run depends on a lot of factors. The most important among those factors is money. And Dragon Ball Super is making crazy money. It's now like the biggest thing of Toei. It's making twice as much as One Piece, and if you look at this post from Gogeta AF, Toei made 60% more in the same time period than it was in 2016. People, DBS is the biggest deal right now. The best part about this is These calculations are from the Japan part of the game only, and you know Dragon Ball is internationally more popular than One Piece or any other anime, giving them a competition in the Japan. As Dragon Ball Super keeps growing in the United States, UK, India, France, Latin America, and like all over the world, it will be making like 5 times more, 10 times more than One Piece or any other in the marketplace. Dragon Ball Z was the king of anime, making the most, and now Dragon Ball Super is rising to it. It's not ending anytime soon because it's driving Toei, you see. So, Masako Nozawa wasn't really being too unrealistic given the fact that One Piece is over like 800 episodes. Number 4. Movies. Both the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F were really successful, but we're yet to get a Dragon Ball Super movie since 2015. With Dragon Ball Super the series running, the hype is at its peak. This level of hype won't be there when Dragon Ball Super ends. This level of hype won't be there when fans like you and me are watching, eating, and drinking Dragon Ball Super every day. The point is, they must want to make Dragon Ball movies like how it was back in the 90s. We would even be getting 2 movies a year. If they have a sensible marketing team, I think it's dumb to be holding back. One reason they're probably holding back is maybe because they're waiting to get the English dubbed episode released in the US and all over the world, and then release the movie worldwide. I have to say, the last 2 movies weren't marketed properly internationally. Now, with the vast universe, there's a lot of scope of making movies. In fact, they can make explanation type of movies linked with the series. All good, as long as they just don't turn an arc we already saw into a movie. Number 5. Games. Now, Dragon Ball never actually took any mentionable breaks in the gaming sector. There's one thing that has been constantly bringing in good money non-stop since the release of Dragon Ball. But over the years, the game were getting repetitive as we had same original characters over and over again. Xenoverse did introduce a ton of new characters, but most fans couldn't connect to those characters on an emotional level like they could with characters that were in this series. Since the release of DBS, this problem has been eliminated. Fans now have legit reasons to try out the newer Dragon Ball games. And all the recently released games, be it on Android or consoles, have been doing really well. The overall hype of the series is also increasing the demand for all the DB games. They introduced Dragon Ball Fusion recently, and then Dragon Ball FighterZ is coming. It's totally eventful, and it's evident these games are getting much more success than it was getting prior to Super. So there's this wonderful bridge of connection between the game and the series, supporting both the sides. So this really would wanna keep this coordination going. Whatever Dragon Ball Super is releasing, it's becoming an instant hit, and they will wanna continue this as long as possible. Other than these reasons, Akira Toriyama is now 62. He can't afford to take another 10-year gap. He wants to get the story going as far as he can take. Besides, in all the recent interviews, Toriyama says he's really enjoying how the work is now. Like he has more people assisting him than he actually needs. There's no work pressure like before, something that made him really tired at one point. So Toei also must want him to expand the universe as much as possible for a long run game, and look like that's what he's doing. With this many universes introduced, Toriyama has now given Toei enough materials to run the show forever. Another thing is, many fans think that Super will end when it reaches the ending of Dragon Ball Z, because they believe that Super was only meant to fill the gap. Well, at very primary level, they might have thought that would be the case, but not anymore. There's not a single official information that suggests so. However, since they mentioned Oob, it's evident that the time skip will be taking place real soon. What you have to understand is, for Dragon Ball Super to give us the real thrill experience, it must run going beyond the DBZ ending. Because of this certain aftermath that we already know about, it takes away a lot of suspense from the series. Like we know, no matter what, Universe 7 is gonna be just fine at the end of the Tournament of Power. So I believe the entire team working behind DBS would want this successful run to go beyond DBZ, as only then it will be having real impact in terms of the story. Also, Toriyama was never satisfied with some of the Dragon Ball materials like DB Evolution or DB GT. So we need the show to go beyond and along the timeline of DB GT. So all the bad marks in this franchise is wiped clean, leaving zero scope of any argument. So yeah, it's not ending anytime soon. Keep it hype and it will never end.